Hey guys, Big J here from the Centre Bounce. In today's video, we're looking at how my team went in round 15. Mate, it was a bit of a doozy. Some good things happened, some bad things happened. We moved up the ranks, which is what I'm really happy about. So stay tuned. It's going to be a good episode. Guys, as I said in the intro, we ended up moving up the ranks. I ended up getting 6 out of 6 in all my tips. So if you guys need any tip help, jump on for the tip help. Yeah, it's a good week, and it's a real tricky one this week. I have taken a little bit longer to put out the video, and I will say I love you guys. I love putting out videos. I think everything's great, but at this point in the season, a lot of it comes down to what you can do with your team. And in my head, I'm racking my brain. I'm like, mate, I need to wait for team sheets to come out before I can really show you guys what my trades are and kind of what my things I'm going to do. We've just been hit with potential Bontempelli out for a while type news as well. And, mate, it could end up being a real shakeup. This could be the year. There were a couple of years ago where Lockie Neal ended up being about, I think it was about 720K. And some people traded him out. Some people held him. He ended up being a bit injured more than what you thought. And it was a season-defining moment. That could be the same for us now. And it could be the real difference between winning, losing, kind of a lot of people who don't have coverage. Yeah, see what happens. Let's check out the team. Let's check out how we went. This week, we scored 21.56. Now, yeah, it was an interesting one, I have to say. I am very, very happy with my ranking, but I'm not happy with my captaincy. And as we'll see in the next slide, it was not great. Total score 32,107, which is fantastic. Top 1%. Get in. And I think from calculating, I'm about 230 points. Sorry, between me and top 1K. So if I can get 230 points, bring in a player or two that might be a point of difference. We'll see. Could end up jumping up the ranks. Season rank 2202 and a big jump up to 547. Now the team value was something as well. I know a few people are higher, a few people are lower. Very, very happy. Jumped on Kerno last week, scored us a 100. So pretty happy there. Let's check out the team. I wonder if it's all optimized. Cool. Let's do the undo changes, and you guys can see how we went last week. Now, I made a bit of a mistake. And if you see in our, I was going to say ruck line, you can see in our defense, I went Houston, vice captain. And then Big J, people are going to say, what did you go as your captain? I had a few extra picks. I could have gone someone else. I went Luke Ryan by captain. It did not work out. So Big J could have got a good, if I had gone Goulden, if I had gone someone else, could have got a cheeky 2,200 this week and jumped way further up the rankings. But we're happy with where we were. Luke Ryan, I don't know. I think some people are considering trading him out. I don't do it. He's not a Bontempelli potential trade out. Luke Ryan, he should be okay. I think he had a 30 or 35 point last quarter. So stick that. Backline, so Luke Ryan, 93. She's a 117. Houston, 102. Happy with that. Whitfield, another 100 score, even though he was supposedly getting tagged by James Jordan, or should have been tagged by James Jordan. We'll see. Nick Martin, 112. Very happy. And then, obviously, Nick Dacos didn't play. We ended up having Evans on field, and he was my number 18. So, yeah, 68. Pretty happy with that. Hopefully, he keeps his spot. We'd love for that to happen. If you kind of pan over the team, we'll go through a few other players, but I ended up captaining my second worst score on field. Like, come on, guys. What am I doing? Bontempelli didn't play. Obviously, bye round. Goulden, 151. Very, very happy with bringing in Goulden 2 weeks ago at 560K. Very, very happy there. Zach Merritt, 135. Nice bounce back. I thought he might cop a tag or some things like that, but 135. Congratulations. Sarong, 121. Zach Butters, 123. And Brisbane kind of gave up. Not gave up the game because they totally smashed Port Adelaide. But, yeah, just gave up the game. Both teams decided we're not going to tag, and everyone went big. Even Connor Rosie scored a 120. So, not too bad. Sam Walsh, 110. Happy with that. Now, the big boy. I was very close to offloading Tom Green this week. I decided, as you saw from my final trades video, let's offload the dud rookies. Let's keep Tom Green. Let's keep Jack Steele. Tom Green, 153. Very, very happy. Brown was number 19 on field, so he obviously didn't add his score. Max Gorn, 114. I think depending on what happens with Max Gorn, obviously retirement's not there, but depending on price, we may start Tristan Cherry next year. This guy's a freak. He's doing very, very well, not giving up a huge amount of points to opposition rucks. And yeah, just dominating. English didn't play. And then into the forward line. And if you have a look, 5 guys scoring over 100, which is what we want to see. So Flanders, ever faithful, no scores under 100 for the whole season. So even if you have a crappy captaincy or vice captaincy, so if you have a crappy vice captain, throw it on Flanders. You should be okay. Heaney 112, Zorko 104. Was expecting a little bit more, but we'll take the 104. Fisher 108. Nice to see him bounce back. It's going to be interesting what happens with Fisher and McKercher in the team. So I think McKercher may come back this week, which moves things around a little bit. Hopefully Fisher doesn't lose his kick-ins and things like that. Kerno 118. So very, very nice on debut. We didn't have Moore playing. We didn't have Dowling playing. Hutchinson basically didn't play. Him and Brown were both subs. So what can you do with that kind of thing? If we press optimize, let's go and do that. And it should put all our players on field, which is fantastic. So currently we're sitting at a projected of 21. So 2612. And it's not great. If I have a look at some of the scores that are projected, like a Kerno 69, you'd hope he'd score more than 69. Max Gorn 79. I know that Oscar McInerney negates opposition rucks, but that's a bit ridiculous. Yeah, there's potential to get a 2700 this week if we get a good captain. What I wanted to do with my team this week is Sullivan and Frazier out. And potentially, if we have a look, around 15 points, I wanted to bring in a Jai Simpkin. It was going to be my man. I was going to bring in Simpkin and then, 102K rookie, whoever's named, chuck him in the team. I've got enough coverage. Dowling covering mids, Evans covering backline, hopefully, and then a Hutchinson or Brown. I can swap one of those for a Simpkin as well, so it's not too bad there. The DPP is fantastic. So that's kind of why we picked a Simpkin over a Connor Rosie and a few other players. Yeah. And then Bontempelli really changed things up for me. So I'm considering doing a few other crazy things, but we'll just wait for team sheets tomorrow and we'll wait for Friday. Hopefully he's named. Hopefully he's playing. Stay tuned. Let's pretend that 60K left or 55K. That's going to be Jack Steele up to someone else. I've kind of decided I don't like Jack Steele. I think Brisbane's got a fantastic run home. And if you don't have a Dunkley, it could really hurt. It could really, really, really hurt. So even if I do this trade, let's pretend I do something a little bit different. We keep a Frazier. He's going to make us a little bit more cash. And then we trade a Jack Steele. I could get like a Dunkley or 102K and then upgrade Frazier next week. So it really just depends on what Jai Simpkins' break even is, which is -11. So he's going to jump up a lot in cash. And if you don't have him this week, it's going to be hard to get him. That's probably the big thing for me. So, yeah. Team's looking well. We've got 22 primos, potentially bringing in a 23rd. If I do the 23rd primo, I will have 3 trades left. I'm happy to go down to 2 trades with this team, to be honest. It'd probably be a Ruckman out. Simpkin is good enough, hopefully, to cover a forward spot. Hopefully good enough to cover a midfield spot. Obviously, it doesn't cover defense. There's no triple DPPs. But yeah, it is what it is. That's how the team's going. Guys, let me know down in the comments how your team went this week. What are the trades you're going to do? We'll see you on the live stream tomorrow at 5:30 for the drive home. It's going to be a special one. I think mostly me. I think Joe's going to be a bit away. But yeah, stay tuned for that. It's going to be a fun episode. And let me know what your trades are going to be this week. Stay tuned for Bont. Bont could really change up a lot of things for a lot of people. I know that don't trade out Bont is probably the way to go. But that extra 150K for a lot of people who don't have enough primos, that could be a big difference maker for you. And that could be you being able to grab, a 23rd or 24th primo there, or upgrade, make sure you don't have like a crappy Shy Bolton and you can get a Rankin or a Kerno or someone else in the forward line with a downgrade. So stay tuned for that. There is opportunity, Supercoach. Grab the pods when you can. stay tuned for some more content, guys, because here at the Centre Bounce, we do the hard work so you guys don't have to. Bye for now.